the best of luck to those duressed folks out there. Lots of luck this week. All right, Knicks got to hand out some NBA medals. Ja had 37 last night in a season-opening win over the Cavs, but just missed out on a medal. Nick, which three guys did it better last night?
Sorry, Ja, I love you, but you just missed out. Bronze medal, Zach LaVine. Another pyramid controversy. People said I had Zach LaVine too low. He keeps playing like this. You'll be proven correct. 34, 7, and 7. He basically tied our silver medalist. So why didn't he get the silver? Because he didn't wear what LaMelo wore. Silver medalist, LaMelo Ball, 31, 9, and 7. And right now, the league leader in post-game fits. You are on alert, Russell Westbrook. LaMelo is coming for the crown. Look at that trench. Oh, my goodness gracious. And then the gold medalist, even in a loss, he deserves it. Jaylen Brown, 46, 9, and 6, ran out of steam at the end, but that's understandable considering he had to carry around whatever Jason Tatum was doing all game. My God, Tatum, but you're tired already? The season just started. 7 of 30 from Tatum. Jaylen was spectacular, but not quite enough, and he had a tough missed dunk. Still gets a gold in a loss for the Celtics. There's the medal stand from the NBA last night.
Oh, all right.
You're all in on that.
No one had any issues. So Wild, just tell us who missed the cut. I was waiting for you, bro.
We're gonna get back in the flow. We're like the Lakers on the medal stand. Andre Drummond, if you're wondering what this play is, courtesy of our researcher Dusty. Andre Drummond has an off.
Don't think Portia. It's the worst thing
Time
in the
now
world.
for eye openers. Here we go. Celtics, Knicks. Kemba, Evan Fournier facing their old team, and it was a wild 2-overtime game at the Garden. D. Rose hitting the dagger. The Knicks ended up getting the win over Boston to start the season. Let's look across the league, though. Broussard, the NBA player who opened your eyes last night was blank.
Well, Jenna, I could have picked a few guys from that game you just showed. Knicks, Boston, great game. But my eye-opener was Joel Embiid. This was one of the most intriguing games of the night to me. I think I, along with many others, wanted to see how Philadelphia responded to the Ben Simmons situation. And they came out and got a big victory over New Orleans. I get it. New Orleans is not much of a barometer. They're not a very good team, especially with Zion Williamson out with injury. However, Embiid came out on fire. 10 points in the first 4.5 minutes. He hit 2 threes. He was bringing the ball up. He's dribbling between his legs several times, setting up his teammates. He looked like a point guard at times. I mean, it was really eye-opening. Finished with 22 points, only had to play 26 minutes. But he didn't only lead the way on the court. I like what he's doing off the court. Now, I know a lot of people, they don't like his blunt assessment of the Ben Simmons situation. That's fine. But I think that is more of a sign of Embiid growing as a leader. He talked last night about going out with the team for dinner, which for him was a big step.
That's also an evolution for me because I usually, when I used to go on the road, I just like to stay in my room and, be on the phone and play video games. But we've been doing more stuff, together, whether it's dinners and stuff. So, like I said, I think it goes a long way. When you got that type of relationship with your teammates, you can trust each other.
He said he wants to do a team dinner every road trip. That might be tough, but every road trip so they can get to know each other better and develop more and more trust. Look, I like it, and I think Embiid is stepping up as a leader. He started maturing a bit last year after the birth of his first child, and now I think the Ben Simmons situation is forcing him to be even more of a leader. I think that's good for the Sixers. Look, they're not as good of a team without Ben Simmons. But if they get off to a hot start, which they're capable of doing, that'll be interesting, Nick, to see how that impacts the handling of this whole saga with Ben Simmons.
And I'm hearing that the Sixers organization is good with those team dinners and is willing to pick up the tab. They're just going to use the money they've saved from not paying Ben Simmons. Like, hey, Capital Grill every night, fellas. Whatever you guys want. Wilds, did you want to respond to this? Because you're giggling. So before I do mine, did you want to respond to this?
It's hilarious.
Hey, guys, what do you think? Pictures of Shirley Temple for everybody? That's just so stupid. I'm sorry, it's a 4-year-old joke. Keep going forward. Keep going forward.
The reason I thought Wilds was laughing is because during Wilds' butt first, when he told Graham Mertz to keep his head up, are you telling him to keep his head up, Wilds, because guys like you are trying to replace him as the Wisconsin quarterback? Because you did say that yesterday. Now, it might have been off the air, and I might be betraying a confidence. But you're like, Graham Mertz, keep his head up. Graham Mertz, by the way, I don't want you as my team's quarterback anymore. All right, now, my eye-opener is a guy, Monday or Tuesday, when we unveiled the pyramid, there were a few controversies. One of them was that I had LaMelo Ball as a top 36 player in the league. People said, oh, it's premature. That ranking's going to come back to bite you. Oh, it might come back to bite me. Might have had young Melo too low. Did you see him last night? The assist on the critical bucket, 30-plus points, red hot from 3 in a game. I understand it's game 1 of 82. However, the Hornets and Pacers, I believe, are going to be fighting all year in that 6, 7, 8, 9 area. Can one of them avoid the play-in? Can they both make sure to make the top 10? Sneaky, important game to start the season for both these teams. The Pacers' first game with Rick Carlisle after that disaster of a coach they had last year. And LaMelo was the best player on the court by a decent margin. Gordon Hayward also played well. Just need to get out of Boston. Good for him. So I'm happy for LaMelo. I'm happy for the pyramid, and he opened my eyes last night, Broussard. I think he's a sneaky all-star game candidate, Wilds.
Okay, so my answer is going to be Ja Morant. And when it comes to my favorite teams, I'm a little bit like your slime ball buddy who's married, but you go out for a drink and he's like, ugh. I'm like, oh, God, you're a horrible person. But that's me when it comes to teams. I like the Celtics. I like the Knicks a little bit. I like the Sixers. Now I'm like, ooh, Ja Morant. Maybe I'm a Grizzlies fan. He had 37, 6, and 6, a great dunk in this block on Lauri Markkanen. Grizzlies, don't forget, made the playoffs. Everyone wants to talk about, oh, there are no good Wilds. Oh, really? Made the playoffs. Also, my second favorite team right now, and moving up the charts fast, Jenna.
Okay. All right. Well,
Wilds
keep an eye on the Grizzlies.
He is. Oh, my goodness.
All right, we're going to start. We'll get to him in a second. We'll start this morning, though, in Dallas, where the 5-1 Cowboys appear to be clicking on all cylinders but one. Mike McCarthy's clock management is the one. Boys have won 5 in a row, but how many times have we come on this show scratching our heads at some of those very questionable timeout decisions McCarthy has made or not made? Well, Cowboys owner